Why the hell so many people are trying to tell me to slow down? Seems like motherfuckers should be shutting the hell up and enjoying the show.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Okay, Monica.
Yep, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Winos, can you hear Monica? Can you let us know in the comments? You know, y'all are the producers too when it comes to this damn show, because y'all will let me know real quick, okay? When some shit ain't working. Let me see. Let me see. Can y'all hear Monica? Listen, y'all.
Hi, everyone.
Hello. Okay, I just want to make sure that y'all can hear her. I'm waiting on them to let me know. I don't see any thumbs up or anything. Okay, they can hear. All right, Monica.
Okay, great.
All about the
Hey,
tea.
girl.
All about the tea.com. What's going on? Now, you know, I am a big fan of your site.
Oh,
I am.
I'm a big fan of you.
Oh, thank you. You know, Monica was responsible, okay, for putting, she gave me a pretty big story that OWN is now using for the new season of, what is it, Love and Marriage Huntsville. And so our story that we both did together with Ariane, the mistress, to Martell Holt, okay, Melody Holt's husband, OWN, Oprah Winfrey picked up our shit. Yeah.
I saw. Yes.
Shut up. I ain't even seen it. They already played it already?
No, not yet.
Okay. But they did like run a trailer for it, because I know I had signed them contracts like back in the summertime. So last year. All right.
Yep.
Okay, so real quick, you want to tell everybody first, how do you know Tim Norman from Sweetie Pies? Because this is why I asked you to do this call-in, because you know him personally.
I do know him personally. I met Tim at one of his restaurant openings.
Okay.
When he opened up his restaurant in LA.
Okay.
I went to that one, and him and I introduced myself, and him and I just hit it off. And we literally talked for like 2 hours on that day. Okay.
Now, when you
he
say
told
hit it
me
off,
everything.
when you say hit it off, was he attracted to you?
No, not at all.
Okay.
He was a gentleman.
I just had to get the wine.
Yeah, no, no, and I was with my kids, so maybe he was on his best behavior, but he was a perfect gentleman. I got no negative energy from him. No suspicious energy, no nervous energy, none of that. Okay, and this was like in 2016.
Okay, so you guys have known each other for some time, like 4 years. Okay.
Oh yeah, so we exchanged numbers. He gave me his personal cell phone number, and we would text each other. If I had any questions about anything, I would text him. He sent me the court documents when him and Jennifer were in court, and she accused him of harassing and stalking her. He accused her of trying to run him off the road and stalking him. He sent me those court documents, and I would DM all the time. Then when he opened up his Houston location, I went to that opening. I just like the food.
The food was good at Sweetie Pie? I never tried it.
Girl,
Really?
the food was the food is good. But Tim got greedy, okay? Because he was charging $20 for a 2-piece chicken plate and 2 sides. So,
for some fried chicken?
Mind you, for fried chicken.
And you got churches down the road for $2.99. Fuck out of here.
Girl, yes. I know. But mind you, the tablecloths were plastic, and he's charging that. So Tim was just very, very money hungry, very greedy. His own mother sued him back in 2016 because he was stealing money from the company account and opening up various restaurants all over the country and using their name, the Sweetie Pie's name. So she sued him for theft and trademark infringement. But going back to this whole situation, so all day Tuesday, I felt something weird. You know, sometimes you have butterflies in your stomach. You feel like something's going on that's not quite right.
Yeah.
And I tell my kids, I'm like, I don't feel right. Next thing you know, I get a phone call. It's someone in St. Louis. And they're like, have you heard? And I'm like, have I heard what? And they told me, I didn't believe it. So while I'm on the phone with the person, I Google it and I see one article from a local media outlet in St. Louis. So I'm like, it's only one article. Maybe they don't have it right. And it's a smiling mugshot. I said, this can't be real. Anyway, I refreshed, Googled again, and a bunch of articles popped up. And lo and behold, it was true. It was real. And according to the complaint, in 2014, Tim took out a $450,000 life insurance policy on Andre, who's his nephew. At the time, Andre was 18 and a senior in high school and working at the family restaurant. So, I mean, how much of a threat or danger to society was Andre at 18 that Tim had to take out a life insurance policy on him? You know, it just lets you know
that's suspect right there.
I'm surprised the policy even got approved. So, you know, that lets you know he was plotting, he was planning on this innocent family member. I mean,
what was going
it's
on
mind-blowing
in
to me, Tasha.
Financially? What was going on? Because I know you know him, you know the family. Like, what was going on in 2014 financially that caused him to say, you know what, I'm going to take out a life insurance policy on my nephew for like collateral damage or something? Like, what was going on financially that he shared with you?
He himself personally was struggling financially. His mother literally had fired him because he was the general manager of their big St. Louis restaurant that was like the hub, and it was generating a lot of cash. But Tim was, siphoning money off and for himself on the side. So she fired him from working as a general manager. Tim personally, his net worth was not a lot. His mother's was, but his wasn't.
Okay.
So he was struggling financially, and I guess he saw this as a means to an out. Kill
just
his
like
nephew.
A rainy day.
So
like his nephew was a rainy day, because it's some sick shit. Just to see him smiling up here, and like the mugshot looking just like his grandmother. I mean, they look exactly alike. It's kind of, if he put on a wig, I mean, they would be twins.
Yeah, that's his mom actually, and she's old. She's 80. That's his mother.
That's why I called you, because I hadn't followed this story. So y'all asked me to talk about it. I got Monica on the phone because she's been writing about them and she's been knowing them for some years. So yeah.
See, I enjoy oral sex, but to be honest, some of my experiences have been not pleasing due to lack of proper vaginal hygiene. I went down on this chick once, and the yoni was so good and fresh. It took me on like a whole nother level of just pleasure. So at that moment, I had to stop and ask, what are you using? And she told me, embrace Pangea Feminine Wash.
We all know that a fresh yoni brings on a whole new level of confidence, so visit embracepangea.com, and of course, I got my winos covered for a discount, so use the coupon code TASHAK for 10% off your first order. Reverse! Bzz, reverse! Bzz. Y'all remember that damn song? Don't y'all laugh at me, winos, but for real, listen close and listen carefully. The olive leaf extract can reverse high blood pressure and diabetic high blood sugar, or the sugar as some of our grandmamas may call it. It can also kill any nasty little bugs in your bodies like parasites, bacteria, fungi, tumors, and much, much more. And if that's not enough, you can also tell certain cancers like breast, prostate, colon, liver, and skin cancer to take a seat, because the olive leaf extract has been known to fight it. And their friend lupus can get it too, okay? So I need my winos to be in good health, because we have some good dragging to do. So visit myoliveleaf.biz to help get your health in order. Okay, that's his mama? Damn. I mean,
that's his mama, and that was Andre's grandmother. That's where the grandma part come in.
Okay.
So Andre, the grandson, his mother had shipped him off from Texas to St. Louis because, he was getting himself involved in what teenagers usually get involved in. Okay. And Robbie, his grandmother, had, all these restaurants. She was financially stable. She was a businesswoman in the community. And Andre's father, Robbie's eldest son, was murdered 20 years ago, too. He died he was stabbed in California and he died, unfortunately. So Andre never got to know his paternal side of the family. He never got to know Miss Robbie, Tim, and that side. So the mother felt like this would have been a perfect time for him to go, get to know and get acquainted with this side of the family. But his uncle, Tim, had other plans for this innocent young man that had his whole entire life ahead of him. Miss Robbie was just so supportive. She loved that boy, Andre. She helped him graduate high school. And once he graduated, she decided, you know what, St. Louis is not the safest place to be. Young men get involved in all kinds of stuff here, too. let me send him back home. I did my part. I got him graduated from high school. I gave him some skill sets. I had him working in the restaurant. Let me send him back home. For some reason, maybe it was Tim calling Andre and trying to get him back to St. Louis because he came back. And the week he came back was when he was communicating with this stripper named Tierica, who he met on Instagram. He didn't know her from a hole in the wall. So he met her on Instagram. Tierica lives in Memphis, Tennessee. She somehow knew Tim. That was Tim's friend too. And Tierica and Tim conspired to kill Andre. He hired this stripper, paid her $9,000. And the day of Andre's murder, March 14th at 8:02 p.m., she called him 30 minutes before she got there, his location. She texted him, "Where are you?" He texted her back his location. She pulled up 30 minutes later. At 8:02, he comes outside of the house. Tierica herself or someone in the car, because there are accomplices in this indictment too. It's Tim, Tierica, and accomplices. Someone in that car shot Andre in the head. She pulls off. The first phone call she makes is to Tim at 8:03, not the police, but to Tim. Obviously saying the job is done. And according to the indictment, the feds don't play. I didn't even know the feds could trace burner phones. I thought burner phones were untraceable. No. Apparently not.
They have to ping a cell phone tower. Yeah.
Yeah. Take note. People take note. So
they better not be trying to plot no murders around here. Hell no.
Or something, bank fraud, whatever you're trying to plot. Just know that them burner phones are traceable.
Okay.
So the feds traced her phone en route back to Memphis at 8:03. On the phone with Tim. The next day, they deactivated the burner phones. But Tim is not too smart. He is an ex-con. The phones were registered in his name. And there you have it. And then he tried to collect a month later on the insurance policy. And the insurance company said, no, we can't because you're missing some paperwork. And he never turned in the paperwork. I guess he let it go. So he did all this for nothing. He got nothing in terms of financial gain out of it anyway.
Do you think he was
It's
jealous?
Just a mess question.
Do you think he was jealous of his nephew?
To some extent, because you did see some jealous tendencies on the show. The way he communicated with Andre wasn't the nicest. And I used to think back then, like, this young man needs mentorship. He needs love. He doesn't have a father. Yeah. You're like supposedly a father figure to him. But Tim wasn't that nurturing role model to him. So he could have been, possibly. Yes.
Okay, because I think that's what it was. It was like, oh, he's the favorite. He took. I'm sorry, what happened? Okay, sorry guys. Okay, I just kind of felt like maybe he kind of saw him as the favorite. This is the life that I should have lived. He's getting the favoritism that I should have gotten, and I just think that was just his motive to just like off him. Like I would just be. It was like a reflection, looking at what he could have been. But he didn't come out that way, and so that's kind of why he just wanted to get rid of him. And it's just shocking, and it's a sad story. And to be honest, I'm not gonna say I blame, the mom or anything like that. But I'm just
Miss Robbie.
Like he was an ex-con. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Not to say that ex-cons can't turn their life around, but like. I would just be, the first time he stole from me is when I would have just been like, you know what? Done.
Mm-hmm.
So
you're right.
Thank you. Anything else you want to add to this? Like, I mean, any sort of like, I don't, there ain't really nothing to add. Well,
Tierica, now her life is over because she has a daughter.
Oh,
and she,
cheap asshole. You do a job for $9,000. You deserve to go to jail for 90,000 years. You dumb hoe. Yeah.
Exactly. There you go.
My elbows ashy. Shit. Anyway. Yes, but thank you, Monica. Monica, please tell the winos where they can
You're
find you.
welcome.
I never really followed this story, so I know you, have a personal relationship with them, and so I thought it would be great to have you on the platform and things like that. So, can you just tell them where they can follow you on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat?
And I thank you so much, Queen. You are beautiful inside and out, and I love you. Y'all can find me on YouTube at All About the Tea, or my website, the blog allaboutthetea.com. I'm also on Twitter, Instagram. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Keep doing what you're doing too.
Okay, I will.
You're
We're gonna have you
welcome.
back on the show. Okay, we definitely will have you back on the show, especially when Oprah premieres that episode. So we're gonna get you on, maybe Funky.
Oh,
Dominica,
yeah.
everybody, and maybe Ariane, but she ain't happy with me right now. Ariane, the mistress. I'm like, girl, bye. You was trying to get Sloan. You were trying to get me to fly you in so you could tell the story. You just mad that I just recorded your ass and saved my ass some flight money and hotel money. I ain't spend no money on you. Anyway.
Girl, tell it.
Okay. All right. Now I gotta go.
Honey. Okay.
From her. Okay.
Bye.
Bye.